Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This time, thanks to technology, you do not have to look at our faces, just hear the soothing sounds of our voices. Jim Towers here with you always with the Reverend John T. Kaleda.
Hey, Jim. Feels good to be behind the microphone and not on camera right now, huh?
Yeah, it does. I was impressed. I was, I didn't look absolutely horrible.
Oh,
so
you've already...
I take that as a positive.
You've already checked this out and...
Yeah, I double-checked to see, you always gotta make sure when you're standing next to someone who is Boyertown's Bradley Cooper, you gotta make sure you look halfway decent.
Again, we can get on this later, but yes. People at work thought I looked like Bradley Cooper. That was me with long hair. This is probably more like a Ryan Gosling thing I got going on right now, or like a young Matthew Perry, something
horrible.
like that.
I look like Bradley Cooper and Ryan Gosling. What a tough life.
I know.
John, we did a lot in the pregame on Facebook Live, so fans after the game or at halftime can go back and look at that. I've used the same notebook here for, this is the second season, maybe even a third season, actually. I just flipped to the beginning of the book and saw Eric Salata and David Lay. So, yes, this is the start of my third season with this notebook. I went back to the game where we played Owen J here last year, John. Mm-hmm. We went into the fourth quarter up 40 to 24. And Tyler Rossi, who is still on the team for Owen J, threw in 5 3-pointers and a field goal on his way to 26 points. And as I look back, John, I remembered this was an absolutely thrilling fourth quarter. Owen J was clawing their way back, but ultimately lost by 7. So that's what we are going to get when we talk about league play.
Yeah, this is always a matchup. The Owen J. Boyertown matchup is always a matchup that it doesn't matter what the records are between these teams. It's going to be a close game. It's going to be a tough game, a hard-fought game, usually a game that's won in the trenches, down low. Like we said before the game, a little bit different makeup of this Boyertown team, at least, how they've done most of their damage from the outside. Still done a nice job controlling the boards, but we're all excited to see how they fare in the league season here, playing against the competition where they know each other very well. They know each other's plays, each other's players, and it's going to be interesting to see how they come out and fare against a more familiar opponent.
And like I said, in the fourth quarter, it was the Tyler Rossi show for Owen J. 17 points in the fourth quarter, and for Boyertown, they rode the back 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 points from one Eddie Higgin. So we'll have to see what Boyertown can do with that as we take a pause for the national anthem, the starting lineups, and we'll be back for the tip here on the NFHS Network.
Those principles continue
All right, John, and as we say, league opener, one difference that I'm feeling here already tonight, starting lineups, John, the number of fans in the house.
It's always easier to do those announcements when there's a little bit of a buzz in the crowd, you know?
Yeah, you don't get the same. Kennett doesn't travel very well from the Delaware border, and other schools like that. It was tough. A 5 o'clock game that we had the other time. So. And I got to give props to the guy at the end of the handshake line for each team. It's got to take a long time to remember those introductory handshakes.
I remember when that first became a thing. We were still coaching the girls back then. This must have been 2011, 2012, and we're just like, what is going on? And now everybody does it.
They're pretty elaborate.
Yeah.
Ward and Rossi going at it. Rossi's got some hops. He got up. And Owen J is going to start with possession. Boyertown starting out in their man-to-man. There's Rossi, like we said before, tip. He's going to be the one they might want to key on based on last game.
And it seems like they know that. I mean, Zach Ward, an athletic defender, an athletic player, so sure, put him on Rossi and see how he does.
Early shot, early offensive rebound for Owen J. And Rossi makes Boyertown pay for losing that rebound.
Well, they haven't lost too many offensive rebounds here in the early going, but you lose one there, and this is 3 points that should not be on the board right now for Owen J.
Owen J in very, very high pressure man-to-man. Cap able to get it. Spin inside the lane. Jake Cap. Very, very impressive move from Cap to tie it up. To get Boyertown on the board. Still down 1-3-2.
Twirled his way there. What a great body control move by Jake Cap there. Great job.
And it was nice that Boyertown was able to get something against that pressure man-to-man that Owen J. Roberts was giving them. And Boyertown's going to get a turnover here. Miscommunication from the Wildcats. Rossi and Cashman are talking it over. And Boyertown is going to take it down on this possession, down one early.
Well, you saw Boyertown get into their 2-3 zone there. They do like to mix it up. They like to keep you thinking. They don't like teams to get into any sort of rhythm here, and I would expect them to do the same thing. You know, to mix it up for Owen J here. A little bit of man, a little bit of zone, some traps here and there, and keep them on their toes pretty much this whole game.
Tinney, kind of a lead pass there. I like Boyertown's patience early here. As Black drives in, kicks it out to Ward. On down and around, and Owen J will pick up the loose ball. Just under 6 minutes to go here in the first quarter, still early. Fryer on Tinney, down low. Nice little turnaround from Fryer.
Yeah, tough to guard that. You don't think you're going to have help come over to help against that kind of a move in a high school game, but great shot by Fryer. Love the use of the glass there at that angle. Good shot.
And here's Tinney right back against. That's no good. Boyertown able to get the offensive rebound for themselves here. Here's Zach Ward into the paint. He stopped. And Ward nails it.
Big shot by Zach Ward there to tie this game up. Would like to see Boyertown move a little bit more on the offensive end. I think Owen J, for some reason, their defense has the Bears a bit stagnant here, kind of walking to set these screens. Got to speed it up a little bit.
Nice pass into the cutter. Hansfield. Quicker hands from Jake Cap. Owen J will have it under the basket. They're running box, John.
Where do you think it's going?
It's going to the corner for a three,
It's going
John.
to the corner.
A little late, but I would think Ward got through that screen. Kiefer got through that screen a little quicker than Owen J might have hoped. Loose ball on the baseline. Tinney able to get it down, but Luke Fryer's quick hands. Nice little floater from Fryer. What did we call here? Are they calling interference? Because I did see a Wildcat get up really high. All right, they're giving it to him. We can only guess, John.
I don't know. All I know is that was quite a shot by Fryer there. He's put in a couple of shots with the degree of difficulty 10 right now. If the Wildcats keep on doing that, it's going to be a long night for the Bears defense.
Here's Cap. That's got to be a foul. He'll go to the line for 2.
Boyertown has to make sure that they take this pressure, they take this physicality that Owen J is bringing. They just handle it. Don't complain about it. Just handle it. They've let a couple of things go early on. Fryer could have been called a foul. The Bears had one, could have been called a foul there, but you're not going to miss that one right there. So if Owen J is going to be physical, the Bears have to match it and then outlast them.
4:18 here in the first quarter. Jake Kapp with one more foul shot to tie the game, and he does. And John, so far we're perfect from the foul line. It's good to see that early.
Anytime you're getting those easy points in the foul line, no matter what time of the game, good stuff.
And here is a deep 3 from Rossi. That's no good. Great defensive rebound from Zach Ward. They're going to find Cap. He's going to put that up. Nice tip. There's another great offensive rebound from Boyertown. Looks like the early miss, giving up that defensive one. They've come back strong here. Their second offensive rebound on the night for them here in the first quarter. Cap baseline. Body.
Such a quick move. Tough move to defend there. I actually thought Jake had him left-handed, but Sutter stepped him there to the left, got him moving, went to his right, and that's one of Jake's great moves there. He's able to use that baseline and able to just hang in the air to get out in front of the rim as he takes that shot. Good move by Cap.
Early substitution for Owen J. Robert to Aiden Fascioli into the game for the Wildcats. And he's got the unenviable task of covering Jake Cap. I guess it would be enviable. The quick double team down on the block. Jake Cap with a beautiful turnaround. That got about a quarter of the way down the basket.
But I like that recognition there. He's holding a few inches on number 2, Aiden Fascioli. So why not? Why not try and get the ball down there? I wouldn't mind seeing it again.
Great drive that time by Ward is no good. Finally, it seems like the first little calm half-court set we've had here in the past 2.5 minutes as we get just under 2:45 left in the first quarter. 7-7 ball game. There's baseline, 4 white shirts. Zach Ward ends up with it. Cap's long three-pointer's no good. Early up and down here. Oh. Well.
I mean, from up here, it looked like Jake just ripped the ball away from him clean. Not the best angle, I guess, we have up here. But, certainly you're going to see, we've said this now for the boys now a couple games, this style of play, this up-tempo, you're going to see fouls here and there. You're going to see that, and that's okay. You just want to make sure you don't get in foul trouble.
Trey Curran in the game now for Boyertown. Nice trap in the corner here. Tinney ends up with it thrown away from Fascioli. He's got a 2-on-1. He's going to stutter step and take it himself. That's no good. The defensive rebound from the Wildcats.
The Bears got to start converting there. That was a great trap in the corner there, and that wasn't even a called trap. You saw the awareness by Trey Curran. You saw the awareness by Richard Black, knowing that they had nothing in the corner, and Trey came over and had that trap. There was 3 points there that Boyertown gave up. That's 6, I think, right now, that Boyertown should have on the scoreboard that aren't.
Nice jump of the screen that time by Ward. See if they can end up with it. Ryan Tinney, smallest man on the court, just uses every muscle and rips it away from Owen J. Gotta love the heart of the little guy.
That's why he's down there, Jim. That's why he's playing down on the block, you know?
Boyertown will take it out underneath their own basket. Looks like they are also opting for box, John.
I should write a book. You know, box out of bounds plays. Just box. I mean, I could fill 150 pages with just plays out of a box set.
And that time, instead of going back to the corner, instead of hitting that corner three, they got Jake cut into the basket. Nice little adjustment there, and he'll go back to the line for two.
And that's part of the reason why you set up in the same forms, you know, the same little setups each time. You have different progressions that you go through. And teams, I mean, come on, you got to know they're looking for a corner three out of a box set. So now you run a couple of different looks out of that, where you can fake to the corner, you cut to the basket, a lot of different things you can do.
4 for 4 from the line for Cap. He's got 6. Boyertown up to a 2-point lead here. 1:20 left in the first quarter. Still in there man-to-man. Double team. That's great recovered defense for Boyertown there. Look at the rotation in the man-to-man. Corner three, though, from Fascioli. That's long. Tinney again. Active hands. He's got Cap if he looks.
That was a smart decision by Tinney. He had two guys coming at him.
Oh, but look at that drive by Ryan Tinney.
When the decisions work out for you, made the right decision, got a ball reversal in there, got it back, got a layup. Big possession there for the Bears.
37 seconds left. Boyertown with a 4-point lead. Nate Ayub also checked into the game for Owen J at some point in time. Trying to go low post, unable to get it. 19 seconds and Cap throws it away. He might have taken about 7 steps, and he's going to get called for it.
Oof. Well, and the ball looked like it got tipped from behind there in Cap, and Cap's kind of looking at his arm, thinking he got hit a little bit there. But good news is Bears have 10 seconds here to put something up and maybe go into this second quarter with a 6-point lead.
Zach Ward wants an isolation. He's going to get it. Good defense from Owen J. John, that was an action-packed 11-7 first quarter.
Yeah, it was. There's a lot of, like we said earlier, there's a lot of physicality between these two programs always, and you saw it right there. The Bears had their opportunities. They missed, what we said, I think three ones they probably want to have back here. And, those 6 points take this 4-point lead, make it a 10-point lead. It'd be a whole lot different. But I think the positive you take away from this is that Boyertown is getting the shots that they want, maybe taking a little longer in the offensive sets than it has in the past. But you kind of expect that, right? You expect these teams to know each other well. You expect Owen J to put a whole lot more film study in than Kennett would or a Valley Forge, military, the teams that Boyertown has played. So I would expect this to be a little bit more low scoring for Boyertown. However, if they make the shots that they should make, still possibility for them to get close to where they usually have them.
A reset for you here as we are entertained by the cheerleading squad. They always do a wonderful job. Start of the second quarter, Boyertown will have the ball leading 11-7. Both teams with their full supplement of timeouts. Owen J with 14 fouls. Boyertown only with 1. As Boyertown traipses onto the court, I'm sorry.
Nice.
That was the word we wanted to use tonight. Your word of the day is traipse.
Word of the day, traipse.
I hope my dad's listening out in Pittsburgh. He appreciates a good word of the day.
A good vocab word. Well, that was vocab word there was mistake, right there.
Yeah, you certainly up 4 with possession at the start of the quarter. You certainly want to take advantage of that. Boyertown unable to do so. Talk about little moments in the game, John, that could pay dividends in the future. Defensive stop here after not getting that offensive output early. And there's a drive, but I think that was Fascioli. No, that was Fryer. He'll go to the line for 2. Neither one. That's Elijah Klein.
It's like Klein. Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah, momentum swings are so big in these pack games, especially a game like this, rivals that are right next door to each other. And it seems like all game long you're fighting just to keep that momentum here. And I'd say the Bears have it a little bit. However, like you mentioned the other, right before the game, last year the momentum swung quick in that fourth quarter. So Bears need a couple of good possessions here to try to keep Owen J at arm's length.
Tinney, the cap in the corner, he's going to quickly fire it up. That's short. Black with another offensive rebound for Boyertown, but quickly gives that one away. And Owen J makes them pay Fascioli's first 2 of the game. Wildcats are quickly down 1. Two-three zone for Owen J. Kind of a modified 2-1-2 maybe.
Looks like they're trying to shade Jake Cap's way right there, which makes sense.
Again, Boyertown showing some patience here in the offensive end. And here's a corner 3 from Trey Kern. The young gun we talked about early, John. He adds in. Now Boyertown's back up 4.
He just keeps the big plays coming, doesn't he? I think early on he's earned his stripes so far, and he's able to take big shots like that. I bet his teammates have full confidence in him.
Talk about length at the top of that 2-3 zone, John. We got Richard Black and Trey Kern. Nice little fake there. That's going to be a foul on Zach Ward, team's 3rd. And he was shooting, so Jackson Hansfield will go to the line for 2.
Yeah, great fake by Hansford there. Everybody was looking at the corner 3, and you make that fake, and everybody goes over to it, and now you get a little shot. That's one of the lost arts against the 2-3 zone, Jim, is just a simple ball fake. When you make a ball fake, you make the entire zone move. Ball faking, screening against the zone, cutting through a zone, just stuff that doesn't get done. Especially doesn't get done in our, over 30 YMCA leagues that we've talked about. Not a lot of cutting and screening there in the zone. A lot of jacking up threes, though.
Yeah, I doubt that the zone is moving on a pass fake because they're probably not moving on the pass.
And that too, yes.
Offensive rebound there from Owen J. Roberts. Opportunity 3 for 1 here. Down 3, 14-11. Braden Johnson into the game. And he's going to get called for a foul on the floor. All of a sudden, the teams are even in 4 fouls apiece. The Wildcats will have it under the basket. Once again, running box. Oh, long 3-pointer. Not sure I understand that one. But again, talk about capitalizing. Boyertown trying to, and they do. Through Ryan Tinney. Another aggressive 2 points there for Boyertown. We'll take that all night, John.
I'm impressed with the way Tinney's able to use his body to shield off the defender, make sure that he of short stature, like we mentioned before the game, doesn't matter for him. Using his body effectively there. Using the rim effectively there as well and getting that shot up without getting it blocked. Great job, Tinney.
Great hands from Jake Cap again on the defensive end. Gives up the 3 to go in the paint. No good. Rebound Black. John, we'll chalk that one up again. We said earlier at the end of the quarter, 3 opportunities. There was a 4th. Boyertown's got to score there.
Definitely, and you're going to look back on those 8 points right now and say, where are they? You hope it doesn't matter, but they might.
Owen J. unable to make them pay. Zach Ward with the rebound. Tinney again. Another turnover. I like the idea. Just didn't go through in execution.
Luke Fryer is like a magician. Like he just pops up He's like nowhere, and then he's everywhere. That's his third or fourth steal, I feel like, where we just make a pass to an open man, but he steals it.
Kern from the corner again is no good. Ward tries to slap it out of position for the rebound. Owen J can tie with a 3. Oof. That's a heck of a shot from Luke Fryer.
Yeah, so that's one of the ones where you just tip your cap and say, that was a good one. Now we're going to try and get you back on the other end.
Long three-pointer in front of Owen J's bench. From Tinney is no good. And now Owen J can take the lead with anything. 3:20 left in the half. Floater is no good. And we're going to get a timeout. Full timeout, I believe, from Coach Miller.
I like this call from Coach Miller. You know, you have a situation where you guys have been struggling a little bit here in the second quarter. But it'll be 5 minutes into the second quarter and only 5 points so far. So, yeah, bring him in. Discuss what we're doing offensively here. Owen J seems to really be extending that zone. I don't see much of a middle presence there in that zone. And really, you don't need to have a middle presence against the zone to throw the ball to them, but you need somebody there at times to occupy the zone's defenders, right? If you have nobody there, they're able to extend even further out to the three-point line, which is Boyertown's bread and butter, is that shot. So we'd love to see Coach Miller draw up that nice wheel that they have, where they have guys moving around the top there, replacing each other. Would love to see him do something where you have somebody kind of mirroring ball side and the baseline here, something to get that middle of the zone occupied to free up those shooters on the outside.
That's the 15-second warning to the end of the 1 minute timeout. 3:13 left in the half. Boyertown clinging to a 1-point lead. And John, we talked in the pregame show about the translation of 74 points a game to league play. Looks like we'll be lucky if we break 50 as a team tonight, but I think that's what we have headed for us. This is tough, grinded-out game.
I mean, really, they have run here and there, but, you know, take those 8 points off the board, and that's why you're stuck at 16. It should be more in the 20s.
Again, exactly what you expect from a defense. Coach Miller calls a timeout trying to draw something up. Owen J probably just said, you know what? Get in their face and don't get out of their face. Boyertown turns it over. 3 minutes left. Again, Owen J with a chance to take the lead. Have to think this is going through either Fryer or Rossi. I wonder if that's something Boyertown's going to pay attention to later. Ball goes into Hansfield at the high post. He didn't even look at the basket. 3-pointer from Johnson, in and out. Back come the Wildcats. Looks like J. Cap was ready to jump that screen. They're going to try another one. More great defense from Boyertown. Foul on the breakaway. Boyertown ball. Sideline out.
These guys do want to run. I think if I'd have gotten that steal, I'd have waited around there and let my teammates go. But this is the style that they have been playing with now for this whole season, the whole preseason. Just get the ball and get up there, and J. Cap able to inch the Bears closer to that bonus.
So we've gone about a minute and a half without a point. Curious to see who's going to break that streak. John, you know where else you can run the box?
Where?
The Jukebox Cafe. Corner 3 from Richard Black. That's how you end a scoring drought. 19-15 Boyertown.
Richard Black, the sharp shooter there, and not surprised that Owen J has not allowed him too many looks. Of course, you got to scout this team and see that he's very lethal from out there. They lost him there.
Again, into the low post. You think that's definitely just something that's going to look to try to intermediary to skip the ball for Owen J. They're not doing anything with that ball on the post. Great offensive rebound out to Fryer. That's got to be good. There's another second chance opportunity for Owen J.
Mm-hmm.
And they take full advantage of it, hitting the three again, down to a 1-point game for Boyertown. About a minute left here in the half. Long three from Cap. Oh! You can only laugh at those. There's no way that's a fact.
What? Right there?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm more disgusted that our rim didn't let that J Cap shot go in down there, because they did exactly what we talked about there. Put a man in the middle, and even though it was a long three-pointer from Cap, you saw the defense have to collapse just a little to respect that, and Jake was able to get a three-pointer that was 99.9% of the way down there, and Black on the other end probably felt like he just had to do that out of frustration.
Nothing, absolutely nothing we can do about that. And for the first time all season, I see Jake Cap just with a little bit of, I don't even know if frustration's the right word.
Disbelief.
Yeah, that's a good word. Disenchanted.
Well, if he starts traipsing around, we'll be able to plug a better word.
More high-pressure defense for Owen J. Great skip to the corner. Tinney's right there for the rebound. Ryan Tinney's having himself a day. Only has 6, but he seems to be all over the court tonight for the Bears.
Big momentum shift here if the Owen J. Wildcats take a lead into halftime after being down for a good solid 15 minutes of it here. Bears need a big stop here.
We got that extending. Oh, here's Fryer with a long three. John, that is the third time tonight that Owen J. Roberts has hit a three. Twice has been off of offensive rebounds. And this time just, what can you do? Jake Cap's three-pointer basically goes in and then gets spit back out. And then this kid just throws it up. Your magician that you've named him earlier in the game just drains one like he's Steph Curry from the line. Not the foul line to the three-pointer line. It was the spike line for volleyball.
The volleyball line.
Just chucked it, and it didn't even hit any part of the rim.
It's not fair. That's not fair. Take those points off the board. It's not fair.
Okay, John. Let's think about this.
That's not the rule.
Yes. Let's go down and tell everybody. The Reverend John Kaleda doesn't think it's fair, so we're going to take the points off the board.
I think you should get one of those a season, and I'm going to pull it right now.
That'd be a great rule. We have the review, instant replay review. You can challenge a call in sports. There should be a way you can take points off the board.
Let's turn the PAC basketball season into like the XFL. Let's just put some crazy stuff out there, and let's just throw stuff at the wall and see if it sticks.
John, and looking here early, Luke Fryer. We thought that Rossi would be the man, but Luke Fryer right now is the man for the Wildcats. 14 points for Luke Fryer. And Boyertown outscored in that quarter 16-10. They're down 23-21. Owen J. Roberts will have possession to start the second half. So we've said it a couple times today, those little moments, those little plays that might make a difference later in the game. You would think that Owen J. being down 1, taking a last-second 3 to go up 2 into the locker room, then coming out with possession to start the second half, this is a big possession.
Huge possession right now. If you can stretch this thing to 4 or 5 for Owen J., you get to a point that Boyertown hasn't been able to get to with their lead since early in the first quarter, right? So this is going to be a situation where I hope Coach Miller and his staff are, just kind of soothing them a little bit and saying, listen, that was a fine first half. It wasn't perfect by any means, but you did, some things very well, like moving the ball up the floor, keeping pace at times. Defensive, steals and pressure was there. However, Owen J is in this mode where you're not going to be able to make a mistake against them. It's just one of those nights for them. Every single little mistake that Boyertown makes, Owen J is able to capitalize, and Boyertown on the other end is not able to capitalize on every Owen J mistake. It seems like every offensive rebound for Owen J gets kicked out for a three-pointer. Every missed layup on the Boyertown side gets thrown down the other end for a breakaway attempt for Owen J. So just little things to clean up here for the Bears to keep them, in this game, which they certainly are right now. And a couple of big shots by their Cap Ward Black trio, Adam Kern there. A couple of big shots by them. They're back in this thing.
We'll see what they can do when we come back. We got about 6 minutes and 38 seconds left in halftime. We will be back here on the NFHS Network for the second half action from Boyertown Area Senior High School. We are back. Just under a minute left in halftime. The buzzer has buzzed. The players are putting the balls on the rack. Young Brock Palladino will be wheeling that over to his father, Athletic Director Nick Palladino, under the watchful eye of statistician extraordinaire Ross Squiggs Smith. Sue Bagany over, waiting to train anyone who needs training. Rico Hauk working the music, plays the Metallica at halftime.
Security guards standing at their post. I feel like you're writing a new holiday song,
Yeah.
People shopping on the,
It's going to be, I have it all figured out, John. It's going to be sung by Yul Brenner, and it will be put into the Polar Express 2.
Wait, Yul Brunner.
Yul Brenner.
Isn't that the guy from the Ten Commandments?
No, that's Charlton Heston. Yul
No.
Brenner. Oh, no, yeah, Yul Brenner. Yes, he was. Charlton Heston was Moses. Yul Brenner was the Pharaoh. Yes, Yul Brenner was the Pharaoh.
Oh, God. I mean, I would love to hear a Christmas album sung by Ramses. That would
Yes,
I would
Ramsey
pay
is very
for that.
Good. Very good.
So, ring that silver bell. So let it be written. So let it be done.
And that might have been, John. Not what Boyertown needed. I was just about to say they're going to get away with that one. And Owen J gets an offensive rebound. And just like the beginning of the game, able to put it back for 2. They're up 4.
Like we said, Owen J able to capitalize on every single Boyertown mistake. Boyertown needs a good possession here.
I don't know if that's and there's a great drive there from Zach Ward.
Well, my 5 and 7-year-old daughter, Eloise and Isabel, I'm getting a message now, are just tuning in before bed, and what they got to see right there was a great move by Zach Ward. Good body control there to get that left-hand layup up. Need more of that in the second half.
Oh, John. I'm not supposed to be a homer on stuff like this, and I know the refs are doing their job, but you tell me how that was a foul.
I cannot because I don't know.
All right. Jackson Hansfield at the line. He makes the first one. John, the girls getting excited for Christmas?
They are very excited. Would like it to be a white Christmas, which I don't know, might be in the cards.
Hansfield makes both. Still a 4-point lead. White Christmas was not sung by Yul Brenner.
Oh, but once again, if it was.
Oh, look at that. Zach Ward again.
Well, is this a strategy here by Coach Miller and his staff, or is this just the Bears taking advantage of some stuff here? Yeah, they seem to have figured out that their best offensive opportunities here are going to come going to the basket. And if they keep making them, keep going. Let that sink the defense in a little bit, and then go back to the 3 later.
Baseline. Hansfield. Who would have thought Jackson Hansfield would be the offensive powerhouse here early in the third quarter? 15-foot jump shot's no good from Ward. Rossi with the rebound. Long three-pointer from Owen J. And that's going to be Richard. All right, Boyertown's going to get the ball. Kind of hard to see through the window frame here.
It's like 23.
Yeah,
Hansford,
ended up foul on Owen J. 5:33 left in the third quarter, still a 4-point lead. Pretty much been hovering between 4 and 2. Jake in the low block. Great power box move from Jake Gapp on Rossi.
We saw that earlier, them boxing or posting up Jake Kapp. He missed it earlier in the game, but it was a good look, and right there, another good look on the post. That's something they have to keep in their arsenal here in the second half.
Good position there by Jake Kapp on that defensive rebound. And here's Tinney wide open, nails it. Boyertown with a 1-point lead.
Big shot by Ryan Tinney. He's come up big, a bunch for this team here. You know you're going to have Zach Ward. You know you're going to have Jake Kapp. Who's going to be that next guy up? One night it was Richard Black. Tonight it's Ryan Tinney.
Good defense there from Seth Kiefer. Skip pass to the low block. Good recovery there from Zach Ward, and there's Ryan Tinney. This is going to be an N1. No, but we'll take the 2. Ryan Tinney. Loving the energy. And Owen J's got to take a timeout, John. What a great minute of basketball for Boyertown.
And you've seen them come out, and they're forcing the issue here. How many times did we in the first half say things like, Boyertown kind of moving slow or Boyertown not capitalizing? They have here. They have in the first few minutes. And the most important minutes of your game, if you were to break up the game into chunks, obviously if it's a close game, you're looking at the last 2 or 3 minutes. But in every single game, in any sort of game that is a contest, your first 2 or 3 minutes right out of the gate in the second half are so important. And Owen J built that lead up to 4, but the huge shot from Ryan Tinney, the big steal from Ryan Tinney, the make from Ryan Tinney, keep him on the floor right now. Ride this group out, your starters, for a little bit longer until one of them needs a break, because right now they are playing well. They have got this Boyertown team back to where they were in the first quarter. It was a great first few minutes for them here in the second half.
John, what's the big presents the girls are asking for this year? What did they ask Santa for?
Oh.
Any more of the princess games? Any more of those you're going to be doing?
I will play pretty princess with any sort of thing that they could get a stuffed bear, they could get a basketball, a soccer ball, and somehow would still find a way to play princess with me with it. Which I love, girls. I love it.
We have been playing Play-Doh and cars at my house in addition to the hide and seek. But when we're playing with toys, it's Play-Doh. It's cars. It's fishing. Plays with everything. Never wastes money on toys with that kid. Great block from Zach Ward, but I will say there might have been some body early.
And everyone's going to look at the ball, and it was all ball. But you're right, there was a bit of body there, and Zach played it up nice for the crowd. You always have to do that. You get a foul called on, you give the old eyeballs like, what, me? And let's get the crowd on your side. So yeah, a little bit of body there. Hopefully, there's only a 1 of 2 here for Owen J, and Boyertown can keep this 2-point advantage.
The referee did officially call a foul on the arm at the table. I would have preferred him to call the one with the little body push that they normally do. You get a little bit of hip action on those calls, they do, but still a foul. I'm not too disappointed about that one. Boyertown has a 1-point lead, 3:26 left in the third quarter. Got some excitement on the hardwood tonight, John. Need your hardwood needs? Get to
A.D. Moyer.
A.D. Moyer. Great low block play from Zach Ward. Boyertown with a 3-point lead again under 3 minutes. Here's a 3-pointer from the Wildcats. That goes in, and we are tied.
It's going to come down to execution on the offensive end. Who can get the best shots at the best moments here? If the Bears can keep going to the bucket, hopefully it's them.
And there we go. 3-pointer return from Zach Ward.
It might be good that we don't have review here, because I don't know.
His toe was on the line.
It was. We're good. Okay.
Absolutely on the line. But we'll take the 3. Here's Ayub again. That's no good. There's Cap camped out on that weak side block. Wanted that skip pass, I think. Did Cap. Great little dish from Tinney to Cap. Timeout, Coach Miller. 5-point lead for the Bears, 1:48 in the third quarter.
I was just going to say the Bears there, if you go back and rewatch, wish we had one of those boards, Jim. It can make some little telestrator things on there. But you saw 5 guys on the outside there. You saw nobody moving. I was just about to say, somebody's got to move. You got to cut. But it seems like the Bears are keeping that open right now because they feel like they can beat the Wildcats off the dribble. And Jay Cap there, beautiful heady play with that cut, and Ryan Tinney saw him right away. So it seems like they've kind of abandoned the plug-in guys in the middle and cutting for a more, kind of 5-out Memphis dribble drive, John Calipari style, which for right now is working for them because, my gosh, this is the biggest outburst we've seen from them all night.
And I have no idea if Jake and Ryan play together AAU or off-season or whatever, but that just looked like a type of play you get from kids who've been playing together. They kind of knew where each other were. It was a drive and a dish. Very, very smooth. There wasn't anything, oh, there you are, type of about it. It's kind of like they were reading each other on that play.
What you're going to get with a team full of seniors and juniors.
Now we have, I thought we were going to have Cap on the top of the 2-3, but Boyertown's in a man-to-man. Starting to face guard Rossi here is Tinney. Little face guarding all around here is Boyertown. Rossi's three's no good. Jake Cap with the rebound. Finds Tinney. He might have walked, but he's going to get away with it. Driving baseline's no good. But there he is getting the ball. He's going to force that jump ball. Boyertown's going to keep possession. Tinney is my man of the match right now, John.
He has done everything in his power to make sure that Boyertown stays in this game and is taking a lead, and I would love to see him capitalize right here and stick another dagger in OJ if we can get it.
He's going to get it at the top of the key, I think. About the fourth option on that inbounds play, and they found him. Owen J. Roberts really keying Jake Cap here as he tries to get possession of the ball on the low block.
Well, if they can isolate him on that block and get a cross-court kind of pass going, they got him.
Ryan Tinney nails another one.
But who needs Jake Cap down low when Ryan Tinney is doing his thing out front? Huge, huge quarter for Ryan Tinney.
And we're going to get a foul on the floor. And, John, the other thing about this team, one thing that we haven't said much, the unselfish type of play. We know the offense goes through Jake. He tried 2 or 3 times to get open there on the block. He knew he wasn't going to get it. Set a screen, set up a pick, set up a skip pass to Ryan Tinney open for the 3. Jake doesn't need the ball. He knows other players are around to get it.
And young players who are listening, because there's so many, right? That is a lesson that we always taught. If you want to get open, go set a screen. If you want to get the ball, go set a screen. I mean, these are things that you need to do because as the defense keys on the person you set a screen for, you roll back to that ball and get it. So good idea by Jake to set that screen. The defense keys on him. Tinney gets left wide open.
Under 30-second three-pointer, another offensive rebound. And Owen J. answers again. Luke Fryer, 15 seconds. Boyertown, 6-point lead. Going to try to answer with 10 seconds left in the half. Zach Ward on an isolation. He's going to drive, puts it off. That's no good. He got fouled, and he's going to go to the line for 2.
You could have called that from a mile away, that right now the Bears are going by the Wildcats at ease right now. So this is only going to work in their favor, the Bears, if they can keep this lead, especially if it's a 6 or 8 point lead. At some point, OJ is going to have to come out a little bit. They're going to have to play up. And if the Bears are getting by them right now in the half court set, just, they got to be loving this because they're going to be able to get by them much easier if they're playing up and trying to face guard.
Zach Ward unable to make the first. Unable to make the second. That's going to be Boyertown ball, I believe. Ooh. Thought that went out of bounds on Ayub. And they are giving it to Boyertown. Thank you. I thought so.
Oh, and just so you know, our young players who are watching right now, my 5 and 7-year-old just told my wife they don't know how to set a screen. So guess what basketball practice is going to be like in January?
January? I have a feeling you're going to wake them up when you get home.
We could do that too.
Set screens on the Nerf hoop that I know you got hanging somewhere in your house. There's Cap. Floater is no good. Great third quarter from Boyertown. They are going to give up possession to Owen J to start the fourth quarter, but rather than being down, they have a 6-point lead.
They've taken the physical play of Owen J, like we said earlier. They've matched it, and they've found something. What I'm loving about this team so far this season is that, they have found ways to work through any sort of issues that they might have had. And they really haven't had too many. You had a 4-0 start, right? But we say it a lot. Keep on shooting. Keep going. Keep going. This team took their approach in the first half. Hey, it's not working, and they've really made an adjustment here in the second half. So this is great for this coaching staff. It's great for this team to take these adjustments and then run with them. A lot more going to the basket, a lot more driving in and dishing out for even more open shots than they were getting. Took advantage of a lot more opportunities there. Yeah, they give up an offensive rebound here or there. Stuff like that's going to happen. But when you're executing more often than not on the offensive end, that sort of stuff gets buried a little bit because you're doing so well with the ball.
Entering the fourth quarter, Luke Fryer leading Owen J with 16. Jackson Hansfield, behind 6 points in the third quarter, has 7. Boyertown side 3 in double digits. Jake Cap with 10, Zach Ward with 12. And behind his 2 3-pointers and 8 points in the third quarter, Ryan Tinney leads All Bears with 14. We're going to whistle. We're going to go to the scores table. Looks like we got the scores tables. The scoreboard got unplugged.
Somebody kicked the cord there. They're looking at the board. I would have bet that something happened underneath. Yep, and they're looking. I bet something got unplugged there. And the score was what? It was like 68-40 Bears, right? Is that what?
Something like that.
They're not keeping track in the book down there, right? They're even just.
Well, John, I could give them the official Faces for Radio Marvel Avengers Assembled scores notebook that I use.
Is that Avengers notebook you have there pre-end game? You were using
yes,
that?
It is. I think it is pre-end game. Actually.
Wow,
it's an oldie.
When I mentioned to my 7th grade students that I'm more of a Batman fan and I've never seen a Marvel movie at all, you would think I have done something so egregiously wrong that I should be banned from Boyertown. I mean, they give me such a hard time because I don't like Marvel.
Well, behind the quick thinking of athletic director extraordinaire Nick Palladino, probably got some help from Brock, more than likely.
He comes over and says, "Yeah, Dad, this happened to my Nintendo last night. I got it."
All right, we're back now. First possession of the fourth quarter. Owen J down 6. And there's a drive by Ayub off of the pass from the top of the key. That's going to go out of bounds. Boyertown's going to get the ball back.
He came close to throwing that pass when he came down there. Great job by Boyertown to double him, but then take away those passing lanes. Interested to see if Owen J moves a shooter to that middle spot, because you would think that by now they would have moved a Rossi there or somebody who has done some scoring for them. We'll be interested to see if they do that.
They did have Klein last time down. Here's Zach Ward. Up, under, is no good.
Another drive to the basket. If they're going to win this game, it's going to be them driving to the basket and finishing through the contact.
Rossi on Cap. Fascioli, Ayub, Fryer, and Klein. Play out the roster. Runner by Zach Ward. That's going to be short. great opportunity, good defensive rebound for Cap.
You need a bucket here in this next possession to take this lead to a spot where you get Owen J in a position where they don't want to be defensively. They can still play half court here, but if you get them to 8, maybe 10, you make them try to press, and now they're going to get Zach Moore with a push-off.
Again, pressure. I don't mind that call. Certainly don't like it, but he did push off.
Well, you see the Bears kind of talking right now about who's moving where and who's cutting where. I think Ward thought that just guys weren't getting open for him. So Bears really got to work on that pre-pass movement that they have. You know, they can't just rely on them getting by that guy up front all the time. Do it after a couple of ball reversals, after that defense gets tired and out of position.
Cashman now in that high post position. Scoreless tonight, so not the scoring option you were asking for earlier, John. Long three-pointer, that's no good. Right into the hands of Klein. Gives it up to Fryer. Owen J scrambling here.
No.
And they are going to send Tyler Rossi to the line.
They're giving him 2 on that, but I feel like that whistle came way after that play was over. Well, Owen J just hanging around here, just barely hanging on by a thread. Boyertown again, all of a sudden has gone back to the first half here, where they just can't capitalize on anything. They need a good possession here. They need a tinny drive to the hoop. They need a Richard Black or Trey or Jake Cap 3-pointer here. They need something.
Well, now Boyertown's in a 2-on-1, and Jake Cap right to the hoop. Owen J tried to do some pressure trapping. Boyertown able to pass out of it, finds Jake Cap.
This is why they need to get to that 8 or 10 point lead, because Owen J, if they would trap them, you're going to see a lot of that, a lot of breakaway layups. I think the Bears can beat this press.
Leads at 6. And there's Klein in the post. Great hands from Brian Tinney. He really has been all over the place tonight. Nice baseline drive from Black. Quickly double-teamed. Cap in the corner. Just let it go, Ryan. Take a couple extra seconds off the clock.
No, that's got it. Nope. Come on now.
What's the matter, John?
I would have thought maybe I'm thinking if the ball was thrown out of bounds the other way. I was thinking that ball had to go back to where it was thrown. Maybe not.
And look at this. Steal right off the inbound pass. So not only do they take a few extra seconds off the clock, they get possession right back.
Well, Owen J is going to be going into passing lanes here. Every pass you have to make with 100% certainty here.
Got to see this patience from Boyertown. Cap's going to drive baseline, put up the little floater. That's no good. Excellent offensive positioning from Kiefer. And it looks like Coach Miller wants to talk about it for a few seconds.
Yeah, and time and situation here. The Bears were in a game much like this against Kennett, when Kennett did whatever they could to slow the pace down. And even though Owen J hasn't done that, tried to slow down, you're seeing a Boyertown team kind of fighting themselves at times here. What you're seeing is 5 guys, like we said a couple of times tonight, 5 guys are standing outside the three-point line. And that's all well and good if you get that initial breakdown of your man with the ball just getting by his guy. But, I mean, really, you would ideally right now in this situation want to take a few seconds off the clock and work the ball once or twice around the perimeter before you get that drive, because you're just going to be more open. The more you reverse the ball, it gets that defense moving, and you make sure that you make sure that they're not just standing there waiting for you after you make that initial breakdown of your guy up top. I would hope that Coach Miller right now is talking about the fact that there's going to have to be some backdoor cutting right now, because you got to think Owen J is going to overplay these passing lanes and try to get some easy steals. Ball fake, look for the cutter. If he's not there, get the guy right behind to replace you.
Definitely going to try to call, drawing up some type of play as Coach Miller. He came out right before he sat down with the team for the full timeout to double check with the referees where the ball was going to be taken out. That's usually a sign of figuring out what you want to do and being very clear and precise with your directions to the team. Cap's going to go through two screens. They're going to find him open. And here comes Trey Kern, and it works to perfection.
Great execution. Everything went right there for them. Owen J just couldn't stop it. Great screens being set by Boyertown. Huge bucket.
Boyertown now with an 8-point lead. 4:24 left in the game. There's Rossi in the high post. That's no good. Great job by Seth Kiefer, not only in the rebound, but helping Tinney get the ball up the court. There's Cap dribbling through two or three people. They're going to get called for a body.
Look at
Third team foul for Owen J.
Look at the magician Luke Fryer trying to get that steal on Tinney. Nice job by Tinney protecting that ball. But the Bears need to understand that this is what Owen J is going to start doing right now. They're going to start selling out, going for steals. You can take advantage if you're solid with the ball and you capitalize on opportunities like that.
Another beautifully executed play. This time Seth Kiefer on the receiving end. Good to see this communication. And Owen J is going to get another timeout. And it's going to be a full timeout. And look who's the first one out. High fives around Coach Miller. He has got to be happy with the execution of this team, now up 10.
Talk about the confidence that you have in your young players there. And this is just stellar coaching and play calling here by Coach Miller. They needed a bucket there. You're trying to stretch this lead. You've been on 4 and 6 for the whole fourth quarter. You calling a play for Cap? Nope. You calling a play for Ward? Nope. You calling a play for Tinney, who's been out of his mind this game? No. You're calling a play for Trey Kern, your sophomore, down low with a huge bucket, and then getting the pass to Seth Kiefer, who hasn't even looked to shoot the ball tonight, and he's getting you a big bucket as well. I think this speaks very highly of the confidence that these guys have in each other and that the coaching staff has in each one of these players.
Yep, that was Seth Kiefer's first basket of the night, his first 2. Shoved into the starting lineup for Dylan Class.
He honestly might be one of one shooting this year. Like that's just not his role right there. And he fills his role very well, doing other things on the floor, and just found himself in the right place at the right time. Great pass, great look, great shot.
My son has the Sixers game on next to me, John. Dante DiVincenzo in 8 minutes, 4 for 4 from 3, 12 points.
Yikes. Hopefully we're not going to see that here from anybody in red.
That's a stat line and a half. Talk about magician, John. I don't know how that ended up going in. But Luke Fryer is going to do everything in his power to keep the Wildcats in this game.
You ever see that Harry Potter movie when they're playing Quidditch and some wizard is off to the side controlling the ball or whatever it is with a wand? I feel like that's what he's doing right now. Like the ball shouldn't be going in as he's shooting these crazy shots, but he's doing a great job.
Yes, I actually did see that Harry Potter movie. The only one I've seen. That's got to be a body. Yeah, that's not offensive. No. Yeah.
And that one, I don't even think you look at the feet of the defender for that one.
It's more control.
Yeah, that one as the referee, you're looking for, are you controlling yourself? And J Cap is trying to get the bucket right back. And that more is a flow of the game type thing. The referee called that just for being out of control, just even before he got down there and made contact. Right there.
Rossi, and there he is, John. You called it. There's someone there who can score.
There's Rossi in the middle. You got to hope Boyertown can extend this lead.
Go up, get a foul. We'll take it. Trey Kern. 7-point lead, 3 minutes left.
Great decision to pass up the 3 there. Nothing should be a 3 right now. It should be a ball fake and get to the bucket, make them foul you.
Great, get on the floor. Boyertown ball on that jump ball. Good job, Zach Ward. John, talk to me a minute here. With a 7-point lead, 2:50 left. I know Boyertown had an open layup there, but are we taking more time off the clock, or are we going to score at the opportunity?
Now, run your offense here. If they press like this, take your open looks if you have them. Not that one. get into a half-court set. You're still looking to shoot, but it's got to be an open layup. No threes, no contested shots. After a while, they're going to come after you. Right there, it's good by Tinney. There you go. So, I mean, they're going to try to let you go around. They're going to try to, Friars a couple times has tried to poke the ball out from behind. Tinney has to be aware of that. Right now, you're solid with the ball. You got one foul. No, sorry, few fouls before you get to the bonus. But right now, I'm not packing it in yet. You get a shot, you take it, but it's got to be close.
See what they can do. Here comes the pressure from Boyertown. Zach Ward gets off of the possession timer. Back into it now. Good job to Tinney to cap. 2:16 left. 9-point lead, Boyertown.
I like this defense, too. Extend this zone a little bit. Make it tough on him. He might shoot, Tinney.
He drives. There's Cap getting his hand in the passing lane. That goes out of bounds. Boyertown's going to get possession.
Be aware of the full court press here. Run your screen. Get the ball in. Cut middle again.
There he is. Jake keeps it himself. Finds Tinney. Smartly pulls it back out. Some point in time, coach wants them to start fouling. They're 3 away from sending them to the line. And there is Trey Kern. Timeout. Nope, foul. And 1. See, John, I put my head down to put the X for Trey Kern. I missed all of it. They're all cheering. Thought there's a timeout. But we have a 3-point play.
Nah, this is just exactly what you need to do. They've done a nice job beating their press. They've banked in some foul shots here. Things are going Boyertown's way.
What kind of banking needs do you have, John? Wells Fargo?
I'm not gonna give my banking information out over the internet. I'm not
asking if you're information. Right?
Well, I'm not. It's like you're a prince asking me for money over an email or something.
2 more for Jake Cap, and all of a sudden Boyertown has got a 14-point lead. Not sure how this happened because of defensive rebounds, pressure defense, and smart plays on the offensive end this fourth quarter here for Boyertown.
The team that executed best in this last 3 minutes of the fourth quarter was going to be the team to come away, and Boyertown did it. They handled the pressure. They made sure that nobody was able to take the ball from them, whether it be dribbling, passing. They did a nice job protecting the ball. And right now you're seeing them winning this game going away when it was, tooth and nail for most of it.
It looks like Owen J has conceded. They've emptied their bench. Under a minute to go. I guess I didn't realize it was under a minute to go. I was too excited. Boyertown's going to be content to dribble this one out. And John, the Bears are going to open up league play. Not quite their team average of 74, but 57 points. Still pretty commendable. And a great finish from the Bears here against a tough Owen J. Roberts team.
Yeah, these are two teams where you got to think that the future is bright for them this season. I can see both these teams finding ways to get better after tonight's game and watching some film and working on some things. And the Bears just one too many big plays tonight for Owen J, who kept themselves in it with some very, very heady plays and some big moments where they got great possessions off of steals and turnovers. But Boyertown at the end, they found a weakness. The on-the-ball defense of the Wildcats just could not handle the Bears' scores. They exploited it, and that's why you're looking at a 14-point win for the Bears.
14-point win, John, and as I look at the numbers that I was adding while you were talking, the first half, Owen J went into the locker room with a 2-point lead. Boyertown won the second half 36-20.
Yeah, and that's actually where you would expect to see their point total, right? And in the second half, and like we said, it's a great thing that this team has figured out that there's other ways to score than the three-pointer, jack them up. You know, it's a whole new ball game when you have very many avenues to score, and they showed that they can tonight. So now, the thing you learn from tonight is, listen, if we don't have it early on, we're struggling, we can't hit the outside shot. Let's look for those drives, look for them before things get too nuts in the second half. And they really did a nice job in the second half, taking what the defense gave them, which was everything going to the basket.
John, this opening game here for league play, it was like frankincense, gold frankincense and myrrh for the fans here tonight. What a gift to start. Now they're 5-0. Looking at Owen J, Luke Fryer, your magician, 19 points for them. Tyler Rossi pitched in 9. Jackson Hansfield 7. Klein and Ayub 3 each, and Fascioli with 2. On the Boyertown side, 4 players in double digits, John. Trey Kern with 10, including 7 in the fourth quarter. Zach Ward with 12. Ryan Tinney, still calling him the man of the match, with 14. Jake Kapp, 6 in the fourth quarter, ends with 16. Richard Black, 3, and Seth Kiefer rounds it out with 2.
Yeah, I think your MVP of the game for Boyertown tonight is Tinney. I mean, did a great job handling pressure, dribbling the ball, distributing, being that calm in the face of the storm there in the fourth quarter. And it just seemed like there was a stretch in the third quarter when they took over this game, and Tinney was in every single play. It was a steal, it was a rebound, it was a steal, it was a shot, it was a layup, it was a pass. He was right there, and what a game, what a job he did controlling the game, controlling what he could control, and just big night from Ryan Tinney. And really, if he's not on the floor during that stretch, I don't know if the Bears make that run.
John, when's our next game?
Our next game is next week. Hold on. We got
it's a lot of days next week, John. Which
right.
one?
We got Tuesday. The girls are playing PV, and then it looks like we have a Thursday game. The boys take on Phoenixville here at home.
So we got girls and boys next week. Last week up to the Christmas holiday, and going to see if we're going to be watching. You'd be watching your Christmas movies this week, John?
I haven't seen Home Alone yet. I gotta get that one in there.
Are you an It's a Wonderful Life guy? You go back that far?
Yeah, I don't know.
We're talking about Jimmy Stewart, Donna Reed. It's an old time movie.
I mean, I do a pretty good Jimmy Stewart impression.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
Well, yeah, Jim.
That's actually
what a great game it was here at Boyertown tonight, Jim.
John, that's a skill that I never thought I'd know that you had. Jimmy Stewart is a great impression. I also, before we get off the air, would like to give a shout out to my youngest nephew, George Francis Towers, turns 1 year old this weekend.
Hey, happy birthday.
We're going to be celebrating George's birthday.
With some Castleberry's hot chili dog sauce?
Knowing my brother, it's probably going to be something healthier than Castleberry's.
Fine.
Yeah, he turned himself into a CrossFit guy.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
One of those, huh? One of those. Nah, we're all good with I just say that because they look a whole lot better than I do, those CrossFit people.
Hey, if the next time you say something like that, I'm going to tell Emily McDonough you said something about CrossFit.
Oh, boy.
We will see you here next week on the NFHS Network. Girls Tuesday night, boys Thursday night, and then the following week. John, we're going to be busy. You going to be here for the Christmas tournament?
Yeah, we'll be here.
Got a lot of games to do.
A lot of games.
We'll see if we can get some lunch from the athletic director. Maybe we'll do some analysis of the foods that we get for the Christmas tournament.
Yeah, we'll see if Mr. Palladino hooks us up with some Palladino Brothers pizza.
That's right.
That would be wonderful, Jim. Because it's a
really
wonderful
impressed.
life, isn't it?
That's very good. Very, very good. All right, I will actually, my bad, my wife is correcting me. George is not my youngest nephew. He's the youngest nephew on that side of the family. My Danielle's brother has a son, Andrew. Sorry, Andrew Dominic. You are my youngest nephew.
And Yul Brynner played Frosty the Snowman or
That's
whatever.
right. He did.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. John knows more about Yul Brynner than I thought. That's what we learned tonight. John knows a lot about the career of Yul Brynner and does a great Jimmy Stewart.
Just jack of all trades over here.
And looks like Bradley Cooper. Have a great night, everybody. Enjoy your weekend. We will see you Tuesday night here on the NFHS Network.